Hey there. I usually do a weekly wrap-up. However, I'm making a switch. I think a weekly video was a little too much. I think I was just getting bored with it. And, well, you all know that I don't like being bored. So, I'm changing it up a bit. I'll still be doing wrap-up style videos, but I'll be doing them just a little less often. I christened these videos the SnapChick Catch-Up, and I think I'll be doing them just about monthly. And this month I'm doing it on my balcony. So, let's get this party started. Let's talk about what I've been up to. Since last we spoke, I've been a busy bee. I did a photo shoot that I called Double Trouble. Someone had asked about hiding strobes or other lighting when they're taking a photo into a mirror. Now, I did some shots in my mirror some time ago, but as I recall, I just used the lighting from the other room, kind of the ambient lighting in my room, I guess. So for this shoot, I used some professional lighting. And I also made a VIP video explaining exactly how I did it. And the photos and the VIP video are up on SnapChick.com right now. What else? As we all know, Nikon introduced the Nikon 1 series. I did a video from the Grand Canyon actually on what we knew about the series at that time. But then a couple of days ago, the new Nikon V1 arrived at my house. So I did an unboxing video and I posted some sample shots on SnapChick.com. So those are all up right now. Also, I did a video about the best beginner setup. That was actually, it's a question I get a lot. So, the last time I got it, I decided I need to do a video on this. So, I tried to tell you guys what the best, beginner setup is, what you should buy just in general. Everybody's a little bit different, but I tried to answer it, in general terms. I also did a photo shoot and a VIP video about the photo shoot that was sort of related to that beginner equipment. Since, so many people have beginner equipment, I wanted to really, show everybody what they can do. Beginner setups don't mean they're not good. So I did something using those, and of course that's on SnapChick.com too if you'd like to take a gander. I also had Nicole Renee into my studio. I'm doing a video series for Linco on lighting, and I had her in to help me about that. You have to head to Linco's YouTube channel for those videos though. I've got 3 of them done, and I believe all 3 of those are up right now, but I'll be working on more soon. One of the more exciting things that I've done in recent weeks is a hidden camera style video. It got quite a bit of attention, so you might want to look at that as well. Let's see. And there was a related video to the hidden camera style video that was me unboxing my new MacBook Pro. And I do love my new MacBook Pro, so I also did a photo shoot with it, and that's on SnapChick.com now. I also did an interim catch-up video for my VIPs. They can head to SnapChick.com for that. And let's see. Well, I think that's all pretty much that I've done. So let's talk about the homework from the last time I did a weekly wrap-up. Blaise Poitras, I really hope I said that right, posted this photo. He used his Canon 10D with a 28 to 90 millimeter lens at ISO 1600 and a shutter speed of 1/5 of a second and an aperture of f5.6. And this photo, to me, it expresses authority, and I'm not certain why exactly, but it's kind of cool. Gilbert Buenaventura posted this self-portrait. He shot it with a D90 and a 35mm f1.8 lens. He used ISO 200, a shutter speed of 1/4000th of a second, and an aperture of f11. He also used an SB800 bare bulb in high-speed sync, high above him. Now, I really like this photo. The perspective is so cool, and I like how he's sort of materializing out of the blackness. And next we have Maher Haroon posted this 3-in-1 photo. He used a Nikon D3100 with the 18-55 kit lens. For lighting, he used a beauty dish and a Targus TG-DL20N, and he edited the photos with GIMP. I like that these are just simple shots. I think it's cool. Let's talk about some questions I've gotten recently. Matt wanted me to make a video on trying to do photography right after surgery, which I figured I could actually talk about intelligently because I'm actually dealing with some issues right now. I've got some knee problems right now. I actually got an injection in this one today. Ouch. Well, okay. The obvious answer is you should talk to your doctor and schedule your jobs around the surgery, you know, leaving yourself plenty of time to heal. But I know that's not always practical, and you know, since I am having the problems right now, I'm struggling, you know, with what I should do. But what I'm doing is I'm wearing a knee brace. I don't know if that's an option for you, but I'm wearing a brace that helps a little bit when I'm getting up and down, you know, but the biggest thing that I'm doing is just, I'm really trying to work around it. Luckily, I've been able to not do any, you know, big events since I've really been hurting, but if you don't have that luxury, you can try and get an assistant if you can. You know, I always talk about getting assistants for free because, you know, there's lots of young people out there that are just starting that want to get help. Mitchell asked me how I set my auto ISO. I like to use auto ISO when I'm outside the studio, especially in situations like a museum where I'm not overly concerned about having, you know, a bit of grain, and I don't want to spend too much time messing with my settings between shots because I'm, you know, enjoying the museum. As for the settings on my D300S and my D3100, I typically have it set to, I don't know, a max sensitivity of about 3200 and a minimum shutter speed of around 1/80th. Of course, you know, I change that when I feel the need because, you know, it depends on what lens I'm using, you know, all kinds of different things. Picky, which I have no idea if I said that right, asked me if I'm going to switch to Canon. I've got to say, I don't see it happening, at least when it comes to my DSLRs. I do have a Canon G7 point and shoot, which I love. I also had a Canon Rebel DSLR for a while. I just happen to like how the Nikon cameras feel in my hands better than the Canons, and you know, I'm gonna go with what I like so far. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Now for the news. Several months ago, I talked about a lawsuit between Rihanna, who is a pop star, and David LaChapelle, who is a photographer. He claimed that her music video violated a copyright of his because it copied one or some of his photos. Now, the suit has since been settled, with the court siding on the photographer's side, though the details of the settlement, you know, haven't been released. But it is a good reminder to all of us to be careful when we are, you know, getting inspiration, because it's sometimes, you know, a fine line between using something as inspiration and simply copying something. Let's see. There have been a bunch of announcements about equipment. There is the new iPhone, the iPhone 4S. It was announced and then released since last we spoke. It has improved camera functionality with 8 megapixels and better optics, and you can open the camera quicker without having to unlock the phone, which was actually a common complaint with the other iPhones. What else? Canon announced a new Pro DSLR body. It's called the EOS 1DX. It looks like Canon has made this camera so good that it is replacing not one, but 2 other DSLR bodies. But it won't be available until March of 2012. Fujifilm announced that they are going to get into the mirrorless interchangeable lens camera market. They say that we'll probably see some more information in the spring, but we don't really know anything about them for now. I have been assigning homework in my weekly wrap-ups. Now, I don't think I'm going to assign homework anymore, but I want to keep showing off your work in my videos. So I think I will just pick a few that I get in email or on Facebook that are unique or interesting in some way, and I'll talk about them in the catch-up videos. As for the upcoming weeks, I will be working more on the lighting videos for Linco. I actually have one of my favorite models coming into the studio to help me out the way that Nicole Renee did. And I will certainly post some shots for you, and I'll keep you updated for when those videos will be up on Linco's channel. Oh, Halloween is coming up, and I am working on a special Halloween edition photo shoot for you. So keep your eyes peeled in the next, I don't know, several days. I will also be working on something new. Something I've kind of already been working on. I've got a focus group to help me out, and I'm looking forward to starting this new project. And I don't want to be too cryptic, but that's all I'm going to tell you. I'll keep you updated though. So, be on the lookout on SnapChick.com or on the SnapChick Facebook page for all of this stuff, and let me know if you have any questions, and I'll talk to you later.